Hello everybody and welcome to a new player guide for Black Desert Online. I am Tim Allen 1337. We're going to be taking this right from the top. Coming off of TwitchCon 2018, there's a lot of hype around this game. There's a lot of exposure to this game, and Kakao Games and Pearl Abyss themselves have been putting a lot of work, money, and time into this. So I want to take some time, kind of uncut here from the very beginning, all the way through maybe the first 30 or 45 minutes of the game, go over a couple of things that may not be super obvious, rewards for quests, making characters, different classes, stuff like that. So bear with me, feel free to skip around. In the description below, I'll happily put some timestamps if you need to skip to some certain information or anything like that. But for now, let's just get started. So this is the opening screen. Once you select if you're going to the NA or EU server, you log in, you get all that stuff done, which is pretty self-explanatory. If not, more than welcome to reach out to just about anybody and we can help you through that process. But go ahead and get your settings set up the way that you would like to from the very beginning. Personally, I think this game runs the best in full screen windowed, whatever resolution you're set up with. Everything else is pretty up to you. I actually play this game in low and very low, so I can have maximum amount of FPS. Remastered mode, which is the BDO Remastered, is a graphical update, is an option that you can select as well. When I'm not streaming or recording, I often play in remastered mode because it's gorgeous. So pick your settings that you want before you get going. Go ahead and click the start button. So this is a new account for me that was given to me at TwitchCon. So the first thing you want to do is pick your family name. Now, family name is something that's pretty different from all other games. So it's going to be something that recognizes you. So when you're in chat, it doesn't matter if you name yourself a different troll character, people will always be able to recognize you by your family name. For me, my name is Tool Time. So we're just going to, and then on my stream, it's Tim Allen 1337. So we're going to make my family name Tim Allen 1337. So no matter what character name I make, this will appear right above my character's name, and will be visible in chat as well. Okay, so now all of these servers are just instances or channels. The only thing that's different is these channels up here are for new players. You get bonus XP all the time, whereas the rest of the servers only get bonus XP on the weekends. And you can only be a new player and play here. Now, if you're coming back to the game, you've been gone for a while, you can play on these servers for 30 days, but you cannot level over level 59. If you're trying to play with friends, I suggest you pick a server to group up with, but the game experience will be the same all the way through, and you can channel swap every 15 minutes, so this isn't a significant choice right here. The Arsha server as well has no penalty for PvP whatsoever. We can get into that likely in another video. We're just focusing on the start here, so I'm going to pick just any server here. And that brings you to character selection. So let's start off with hitting the plus, create a new character. Yeah. Let's talk about classes just a little bit here. We have a plethora of classes to choose from, and they're all very different. One of the most common questions that I get is, what's the most popular, what's the best, what class should I be? So let me just formulate this a little bit. You can play any class that you want. It's a little bit of rock, paper, scissors. There's a lot of skill that comes into this game. This isn't a tab target game. So there are weaknesses to every class, and there are classes that are within meta and stuff like that. So this is a skill-based game. So you can make the worst class, whatever you may think that is, play it at its highest level, and still kill a lot of people. Gear plays a big part into this game as well, too. So the meta classes right now, and always have been, Wizard and Witch. Thank you for that. They have defensive capabilities, group defensive capabilities, heals, which are AoE and uncontrolled, massive AoE damage, and they are the absolute undisputed best classes in large-scale PvP, which in this game is arguably the end game. So if you're going to do node wars, sieges, large guild versus guild, Witch and Wizard are going to be the most sought-after classes, and in most cases, the ones that get the highest amount of kills. The difference between Witch and Wizard is outside of gender is that Witch has a block, an active block that they can use that helps them out a little bit. And the ranges on their skills are actually quite a bit better than Wizard. Wizard is a little more all-in. If you're looking for maybe a smaller scale experience, 1v1, griefing people at grind spots, stuff like that, you're going to want to look at Ninja and Kunoichi. Again, both very similar classes. They use different weapons, they have different awakenings, they have a different skill set. There are differences to them. These aren't skills or a playstyle that I really care for. They have something called an iframe, where you go invisible for just a fraction of a second. You're completely invulnerable. It's very hard to counter in this game right now, and it makes it extremely powerful. Another class that's powerful in that same way is Sorceress. This is a complicated class to play, very high skill cap. So are the other two. Basically, you're managing your iframes, if you will. But Sorceress is not only a beautiful class, but a lot of fun. Gets a really cool scythe for their awakening. And again, high skill level, high damage, high risk, high reward. Very slippery as well. Another really good class for PvP, high-end PvP, is going to be Striker and Mystic. Striker is arguably a little bit better in large scale. I'm going to be doing a guide on Striker, as this is currently my main class. And then Mystic is definitely better in small scale and PvE. So if you're trying to do PvE grinding that provides a ton of money, Mystic is going to be a better choice. If you just want to, there's a skill where you drop the leg as Striker. It's not known for being overly complicated, because it has one or two main skills that puts out most of its damage, and then it survives or gets away, and then waits for that cooldown and goes back in. But it's a very in-your-face melee-type class. So there's plenty of other classes that do plenty of other things. Tamer, Meiwa, Musa are flank classes that can get in, get out really quickly. Giant or Berserker has an incredible amount of damage, very tanky. Actually has some range on it too with their awakening. Ranger is kind of an assassin. Don't be fooled by the Ranger's bow. There's not much range on this class. And then Warrior is in a little bit of a tough spot, but still a good, well-rounded, safe class to pick. So for this, I'm just going to pick my good old Striker here. We're going to go to the Creation. And the Creation has a ton of customization. An absolute ton. You can do anything. You can do anything you want. Just to go through here a little bit, all of these are modifiable. You can do anything you want. I don't enjoy this aspect all that much. I don't personally care. There's a ton of people that spend a lot of time working on this. All you have to do is pick a horoscope, actually. I believe is the only thing you have to actually choose, and then you can come back and customize your character through the value pack system at any time. So if you want to spend some time, mess around with this, that's up to you, but all you need to do next is create a character name. So we'll come down here and we'll name my character Tim Allen 1367. Go. Alright, now we're at the select character screen. You can make additional characters, which once you get going with this game, I highly, highly recommend. But for now, we're going to get in here. Configure the screen vibration effects. You absolutely want to have that at 0. That's fine. You can pick whatever you want. When you're auto-pathing, you don't have to run with this game. You can just hit one button, and it'll take you anywhere you go. Most people use none, but there's nothing wrong with having an arrow. Graphic environment setting, I think we want for while we stream here. Okay, so now we're loading into the game, and they're going to give us a little bit of a tutorial. Now we're going to get into some of the combat and how to actually control your character. I'm going to skip the cutscenes, just so we can get to the actual guide of the game, but feel free to go through the lore of this game. It's quite immersive, intense, abound, all of those things. So this little black spirit guy follows you around and helps you out, also trolls you throughout the game. So here's the little key guide to show you what you need to do. It's like any good game, teaching you how to move. Mouse movements, all that kind of stuff. So as you can see, I have two names here, like I was talking about before. My family name being Tim Allen 1337, and then my character name being 1367. You can have your character and your family name be the same, by the way. Yes, I know how to click. Okay, so then they show your mini-map up here. Here's your channel name, in case you forget what channel you're on when your friends are trying to find you. And here's your kind of status bars up here. So the first thing they want to do is move to this ping right here. Up in your mini-map, you can see where they want you to move. And you can actually just hit the T button, and it will move you there automatically. Okay, so we hit that destination. Now it wants us to move around to this destination. A little basic, but now it wants us to interact with this common rack. Common rack, you might find something useful. Interact with it. Found a few bottles of Rocky's Potions. Rocky's Potions. That'd be good. Okay, now it wants us to open the inventory. And then drink one of the potions. Which is right-click. I right-click to do that. And now it wants us to use the potion from the hotbar, which you press 1. Okay, now, very important. Anytime you want to talk to the Black Spirit, which can bring up things such as enhancing, quests, daily quests, stuff like that, you're going to want to hit the comma button on your keyboard. Bring up the quests. Here we go. Find Aiken. So here's it. Questing in Black Desert Online is not a way to level up. So we're going to run over to this quest. They do give you some experience for quests, and we'll go over this in a minute. But the experience you get from quests is used for something else, which is a completely different layered part of this game, outside of just leveling up to be competitive for PvP. So let's hustle on over here.
Let's give the whole town a look.
So what you're going to want to do, you see this little exclamation point above his head? You can see that there's a quest there as well. But that exclamation point is incredibly important. So what that does is it increases your knowledge. Knowledge gives you energy. Energy allows you to do so much in this game. The more maximum you have, obviously, the more you can do all at once. And every character has their own pool of energy. The sooner you get through expanding your energy, and the more these people that you talk to as you go through these towns, the less you're going to have to do later. I highly, highly suggest that you talk to everybody. All you have to do is interact once.
Have a look at these potions. They have a good scent.
And now I have, you'll see, once I finish that quest, they give me a follow-up quest.
Press the control key to turn the mouse on or off.
We'll go through that in a second. And then up here it'll say that I obtained knowledge on
Then click the red button on the Receive
Aiken.
Quest info menu to activate navigation for that
Maybe it
quest's
won't, but if I talk to
destination.
somebody over here, I got a bunch of stuff going on here with
The
the...
destination will
Okay,
be
yeah, I'm giving the tutorials here. Like if we go over and talk to the storage person. Okay. You say hi, here's all the things you can do at a storage, and then boom, the spectrum of knowledge is growing. That's what's important there. So as you get to know more people in a town, or you kill mobs and learn knowledge about them, your maximum energy, which is placed up here, I have 1 out of 30, will start to increase. So the thing that popped up earlier, those are the attendance rewards. I hit escape for this. Every day you log in, you get rewards, and they're actually pretty good. So right now we have a special that's on top of our normal attendance rewards. This right here has the capability to give you some of the rarest items in the game already enhanced. Some crystals that go in your gear to help with combat XP. Artisan memories help repair your gear when you enhance it. This is all good stuff. All of this is good stuff. So you want to make sure that you log in. Resets at 8 p.m. Eastern. You want to make sure you log in at least once a day. And then there's some value packs and stuff for rookies as well. We'll go over some of these items in a little bit. So let's focus on combat here for a second, since we're all screaming and yelling. They're going to teach us here about the combos and some of the moves that are done.
What the hell is Commander Croxus thinking? I must be good at breaking bottles to get promoted to commander.
I don't think I've ever watched this.
Isn't this just an excuse to drink more?
Hell yeah, brother. Kona.
Olvia's protected by us, the Vigilantes.
Alright, so this is
We
basically
shall protect what is ours.
teaching us how to play. So we're gonna head over to one of these scarecrows, and you see that the combo button came back up. So right now we haven't had our weapon out. Right now our weapon is actually just gauntlets, so we're kind of a monk class, if you will. So to take your weapon out, you hit tab, or you hit left click. So right now all you want to do is left click. We're just left clicking.
Yep.
And that does a basic attack, which you should never do. Now it wants us to use a skill, which is we hit F, and it's called the Tayback Kick. That's how you use a skill. So there's a couple of buttons you use. It's basically Q, E, F, and then W, A, S, D, left click, right click. Those are the buttons you use to do combos. So right now we're just learning the very basics. Crimson Fang is Shift RMB. It's actually a very useful skill. So it's just teaching you a couple of different things. So now here's a combo. RMB into Shift RMB. So we're going to use Adamantine, which is RMB, and then Shift RMB right after. You see how the combat kind of flows together. So you can produce a combo. So now it wants us to bring up the Black Spirit to finish the quest. And it wants us to kill grass beetles. Black Spirit would like to kill grass beetles. Give you XP and some potions. Accept it. And when we hit escape to get out of it. Now it's going to guide us right over to that quest. So now we want to... we can hit O. Bring up the quest in case we forget. And this is really nice right here. Display quest location. We'll put it, give you a location so you can just hit T and run to where it wants you to be. Or then auto run to quest location will also do the same. At no point in this game does this not be helpful. This is always helpful. Always, always, always helpful. So that O screen is your friend. So we're going to come over here. Going to kill a couple of these grass beetles. That's all we needed to do. Bring up the Black Spirit. Complete the quest. Okay, now the follow-up is to kill weasels until we get knowledge. So you see right there, we killed the mob, we've last hit it, and we got weasel knowledge A. So it goes, I think it's C, D, B, A plus, and S. S being the highest. The higher knowledge you get, the better chance you have at good loot. Also, the more damage you do to that mob, and the less that it does to you. So each rank gets a little bit better. S rank is all that matters for loot. You don't get a bonus in loot until you get S rank loot. Until you purchase pets out of the cash shop, you do have to go up and loot by yourself. But we finished the quest that we got from the Black Spirit, so we're going to hit the comma button again. Bring the Black Spirit back. Finish our quest out. What do we get? We get skill EXP. Now there's another follow-up. So this is just the beginning here. Let's talk about skills here for a second. So you hit K and you can bring up your skill tree. Very overwhelming. Anytime you even reroll to a different class or anything like that, extremely overwhelming. There's a ton. There's a ton of skills. So this is another way that they cap you out on something you have to grind on, basically. And so the more things, it doesn't matter necessarily what level something is, but the more volumes of mobs you kill gives you skill point experience. It's different from actual experience to level up. So most classes need at least 1600. It's really getting up to 1800 skill points now, and it's a separate grind from experience. So obviously as you level up your skills, it becomes stronger and stronger. And yes, there is a level cap on them as well. So you have to have both skill points, which you can find right here. Even shows you how close you are to your next set of skill points, as well as experience in levels. So once you hit level 56, you get a whole different set of skills and another weapon. That's for another video. But you use both of these. You use specific skills from here, and for every class, almost every class, you use almost every single skill from your Awakening. That's where your real damage is with most classes. So we'll come out with some class-specific guides, but for now, we're just kind of glazing over this. So we're going to move on with a tutorial. I want us to kill some weasels. Really edgy combat music that comes up. So we finished that one. We just got to kill a couple. Now it wants us to delete foxes. So it gives us another path. I have the really annoying sound effects turned off, I guess, except for the guy yelling. I normally don't play with music. I normally play with my own music, but just for a tutorial sake. So, we're just running through this. Now it wants us to, you know, you just hit R, you run through these, you keep killing things. You find stuff that says quest objective. Now, if you look right here on the mini-map, you see this little question mark right here? That's a really good way to hunt for knowledge. And so here's this guy, he's called a node manager. Just out in the open here, so let's talk to him for a second.
Wolves are not dreadful.
So he's going to expand our knowledge.
I am the bravest goblin there is.
Apparently he's the bravest goblin there is. And so what this just did is, if you look at the world map here, I was talking about a different kind of experience that you get from doing quests. And what that is this guy is the leader of this node called Wolf Hills. And if you see right there, the Guild Infernal actually owns this node. And so what happens is these territories here, that's outlined specifically right here, turns into a war zone at 9 p.m. Eastern every day. And there's hundreds of these nodes. And guilds pick where they want to place. You place your own building, and then you build a modular fort around it. And then as many as 20 guilds can build, but it's normally anywhere from 1 through 5. And then they fight for the right to own this node, this territory. When they win it, they receive taxes that are received from part of the marketplace in that area, or the mobs that are grinded, or whatever the case may be. So that is much later on in the game. But what you guys need to know right now coming into this is contribution points are incredibly important, and going through the main quest that we're doing now is worth it, because you get inventory slots, which we'll get at the end of this quest line, and then they'll give you skill points as well, and then they'll give you the ability to connect some of these nodes together as well. So it's all stuff that doesn't really look like it matters right now, but once you get to that level 56, level 57, and you're trying to make money in this game, being able to connect these nodes through contribution points is a way to create an insane amount of passive money. So there'll be another guide for that. Right now, we're just trying to get through the very basics so you guys feel comfortable getting into this game. So you can see I'm getting knowledge on these things as I'm kind of grinding through them. I don't have a whole bunch of skills right now. I'm really just kind of auto-attacking them. So when it says quest objective complete and it's nice and green, that means the quest is over. Move on to the next one. So now you see all these orange dots up here. These are all quest objectives. These are all things you want to kill. Kill it all. You want to get knowledge on everything. Knowledge on everything. We're leveling up. Our skills are leveling up. Some of them level up naturally. Not most of them are auto-attack. Then boom, we're all done. Now here we're going to get a militia weapon box. So we're actually going to get an upgrade. Okay, so there's a militia gauntlet. Now we need to kill... I'm sorry, we need to right-click and go to the starting NPC.
Press the control key to turn the mouse off.
Okay. Did I not finish a quest? Oh, there we go. I didn't take the quest. I go too fast sometimes. Okay, so now we have the quest from the Black Spirit. Yep. So we'll run over to the area. Most mobs do aggro you. It's not a huge deal, though. getting aggroed from a mob won't kill you. You can just keep running through, almost in every single case. So now we're gonna attack these things here. So you see right there, my energy will increase by 1. So I got enough knowledge on these things to where now I have a maximum of 31 energy. Very important. Very, very important. If you've got a lot of time and you want to take your time with this game and you're not just trying to rush to the level 56, level 60 kind of thing, I highly recommend getting at least some level of knowledge on every mob and structure before you leave, because you will come back. Some mobs take a lot more time to get knowledge than others, so don't get discouraged. It's quite a grind. This whole game is quite a grind. So we're just blazing through here. We got another upgrade. Now it just wants us to kill one imp defense tower. Now we finished that quest. Now it's going to give us a run speed boost. Get the follow-up quest. I'm just hitting R. I'm not looting because I don't plan on playing on this or anything. So I'm just auto-pathing and holding shift right now. We have a nice little run speed boost. What we're going to do now is there's kind of an art of conversation in this game. Or they want to think. And so talking to people and moving on from quest to quest is pretty important. Oh, there's an exclamation point, a node manager. We definitely want to talk to this person. So now we can connect nodes if we wanted to. Map is very helpful. Lets you know where to go, where the world bosses spawn, what level you want to be when you go to a specific area. Stuff like that. Okay, so we're back here at Jamie where we're supposed to be. Sorry, showing you guys the node management system screwed up my auto path. So here we're finishing this quest. Now it's going to want me to kill just a few more things. So we'll move on and take that. I'm sorry, he has a kill quest, and moving on the main quest line here, which you just follow this path. Getting a bunch of cool titles. Wants us to talk to this person. So we're getting contribution EXP, which we talked about before, incredibly important. And then recovering some energy as well, which is good at this point, good for gathering. So now a follow-up quest, meeting Protocol 2. We escape from here, and it shows us the path and the ping on where we need to go. Run over here. Speak with this person. We're gonna again get more contribution and energy. We got a follow-up quest, meeting Protocol 3. There's the ping and the person. Run over here. So you do have to go through this with every single character, and I'll show you why after. Little cut screen here. Just hit escape. Get you right back to where you're trying to be. You can pick mana or health potions. Again, contribution EXP and energy. So this is a common for every quest you do. This is common. You get some energy, maybe some skill points, but definitely contribution EXP, and it's important. 50 early on is a lot. Later on, not a lot. But what you're concerned about is doing any quest that gives you at least 50 contribution. But again, you'll want to stay on top of the main quest line, and I'll show you that once we're done here and how to track main quest lines. So here's some extra knowledge you can get from spending energy. So that'll help you get more max energy. And then basic etiquette would be just a little bit of knowledge. That's stuff you can just talk to people about. So you hit escape and the Black Spirit comes up and it has a quest for you. Princess of Serendia. So now the Black Spirit wants me to talk to the Princess of Serendia. So there's the ping. That's where it wants me to go. Run over here. Talk to the Princess of Serendia. Another cut scene that I don't care about. Move on through. Thank you. So this is money right here that you can exchange at a storage keeper. That's actually quite a bit of money. 1 mil is a lot early on. Hit the quest. Now it wants me to meet Eden the Explorer. So this is a very important quest line because you're going to do this a couple of times here. Every character, you're likely going to end up doing this. We'll move through here. We're just going to hit auto path. So while I'm auto pathing here, I do want to show you the importance of a couple of things here. In the Pearl box, once you log in, you're going to get a value pack for 7 days. And you're going to get a value pack every 7 days that you log in. So when I click this, it lasts for 7 days. It doesn't last for 7 days being logged in. At this time from 7 days, it will expire whether I log in or not. So you can see right there what it's good for. Inventory expansion, storage expansion everywhere, combat XP, and the most important, max weight, and the most important thing, the two most important things, is distant node investment, which consumes energy, basically allowing me to create an empire of connected nodes that allow my passive income to expand without actually having to go to the specific node. And then at the very bottom, you've got plus 30% sales upon silver collection, marketplace sales. There's a tax in this game for using the marketplace, and it reduces it to just 10%. So it makes it very hard to manipulate the controlled market in this game. And if you have a value pack, don't ever sell anything over any amount of money without a value pack. You just don't want to do it. The value pack is their way of having a monthly fee in the game. It costs about $14, $15 to have a value pack every 30 days. Again, it's optional, and you can buy it through loyalties. If you want to save up all your expensive stuff to sell it all at once. You can hit F3, go into the loyalties page, and then right down here, value pack for 1 day. You have to save up 2 weeks worth of loyalties for it. You can have it for 24 hours. And then you sell all your stuff, and then you move on. So you can play this game very effectively with very little money spent. But if you're spending $15, you know, if you're trying to spend any kind of money, this is the thing you have to have, is the value pack. All right, so we've auto-pathed over here to the Explorer Eden. We're going to talk to him. We're going to continue. We're going to go through this. He's going to have me gain knowledge on a couple of things through a Black Spirit quest. Okay, so now it wants me to talk to this ancient ruin. Approach the ancient ruin remains. And we're going to get a cool little cutscene that you guys can watch on your own time. We're going to finish this quest. Complete. And we have another quest. Now it wants me to, you see how all these things got pings? It wants me to get knowledge on these statues by interacting with them. Doesn't cost any energy. Interact with each one. And we come back to Eden. We complete. And then we escape from this conversation. Black Spirit comes up on his own. And we're done. That's the initial route that you need to take for every new character you make. And there's a reason for that. And the reason for that is this button right here. Enhancement. So this is how you increase gear in Black Desert Online. And they were happy. I was fortunate enough for them to give me a couple of these items to help enhance. So when you have an item to enhance, you want to click it in here. And then, so you've got your weapon. And then you need a Blackstone weapon or Blackstone armor. And then you click that. And up until, I believe, +5 for weapons. I'm sorry, +7 for weapons and +5 for armor. The enhancement is guaranteed. So this is the whole big sweaty animation. There's lots of tinfoil because at some point it's not guaranteed. So we're going to skip the animation to get to +7. Now, this is where enhancement comes in. This item has a 50 durability. Most items have 100. This is just some stupid starting item. So you can see that when I get to +8, over on the left-hand side there, I'm going to gain 4 AP, no accuracy, and nothing else about this really gets enhanced because it's a garbage starter item, right? Now, if I fail this next enhancement, which I have a chance to, I will lose 5, I believe. Yes, 5 durability on this. But I will gain a fail stack. So I'm going to one-tap this. Ready? So I didn't lose durability. I got the enhancement. And I didn't get a fail stack. Now, if I click it again, I'm gonna fail it. Okay, so I failed. See how the durability went down by 5? And you see how I got this fail stack. Now, the next time I enhance, I have a better chance, ostensibly, to get this enhancement. I didn't get it again. Now I have an even better chance, but now I'm down to 40. So how do you repair the maximum durability? You have to use another item of the same quality or use something as a memory fragment. I'm just going over the basics here. So if you want to enhance your Rusty Gauntlet, you have to go get another Rusty Gauntlet, go to a blacksmith, and repair it. See, now I got to +9, didn't take any durability, and now I have 4 more AP. So you can also fail stack on purpose, and that's what durability is for, but for the intents and purposes of this video, you want to stay away from that. So now we've got some AP. We can come over here to my Vambrace and do exactly the same thing. It's also a weapon. It's an offhand weapon. And take it to +7. And then we have chances to fail. Max durability -5 when failed. We didn't one-tap that. So now we're at 45. We can keep going as such. +9. And it gets every single time. It gets a little harder. Maximum durability is too low. You can only take it to 20. Now I have to repair it in order to enhance it further. So that's why you need to do this quest line, is this doesn't open until then. There's lots of strategies, lots of different things to do. There's a ton of information. This game is very, very, very vast. Multi-layered. It takes a lot of us a long time to get to the point where we are, but there's a lot of great YouTubers. There's a lot of great streamers, such as myself, and we're always willing to answer the dumbest questions in your mind, right? Oh, this must be the stupidest thing. I don't want to ask this. Please jump into Twitch. Please see other people's YouTubes. Interact with us. Ask questions. I'll be back with a striker guide, an enhancement guide. I'll probably go over contribution points on my main account. Talk about how to get into some of the more fun stuff, but keep running through this quest right here and get all the contribution you can, and then pick up other guides and jump into Twitch and talk to me or anybody else you'd like, and join the community, and we will help you through your journey that is Black Desert Online. Thank you guys very much for watching. We'll see you soon.